place where truth is established, you go and associate with that. The place where truth is established, you go and associate with that.
Jai Jai Shri Radheshyam, and welcome to the second episode with Sri Vaishnavacharya Chandan Goswami, who is blessing us with information about Gaudiya Vaishnavism and spiritual life. How are you, Maharaji?
Bien, muy bien. It's nice to see you again, and I hope you are good and happy Ekadashi today.
Thank you very much. Yes, our previous meeting was on Ratha Yatra.
Yeah. I can't remember right now.
Yes.
Oh, we are choosing the very auspicious days now.
Actually, it's coming like this. And now we are in Ekadashi. So that is very interesting.
Most important Ekadashi.
Yes, actually. So, Maharaji, we were speaking a bit on Vedic cosmology and how everything is evolving in order to let us to progress in spiritual life. This was what we spoke on our previous session. And from here, I would like to start speaking about spiritual evolution. What is real spiritual evolution? And mainly, Maharaji, I speak very openly. Well, you know me a bit. I speak very open about everything, no taboos. And I see that many people nowadays, everywhere in the world, since all the pandemics, war in Russia, this and that, many people is trying to find solutions and the spiritual path. But at the same time, also there are so much not clear path what to do. Many people imagine what they will do. This is spiritual. I listen to angels. Some people say that their spiritual path is to channelize some angels, divine entities, or to take mushrooms in a pyramid in Mexico and to imagine things. And all of this is packed as a spiritual life. So now I would like to ask you what really is a spiritual path, and then I would like to go to the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. What is the power that is behind Gaudiya Vaishnavism?
Your question is very good. See, right now we are actually writing a book on different religions and why all the different religions of this world is very different than Bhakti Yoga. Yeah, because what happens is we see the same kind of activities which every other religions do. They're offering some food to God. In some they don't, but there's a meditation, there is a chanting, there is some kind of a spiritual practices which are very similar in every religion. Right? But why all the religions are very different than Bhakti Yoga? That why this Bhakti Yoga is very much different than every religion? Bhakti Yoga is not religion at all. Someone I remember had asked me, like, you are offering aarti, you are offering, the food to your God. We do the very same thing. I was meeting some Catholics and they had said that. So I said that, I replied, what you are doing and what we are doing is totally different things. You are doing everything to reach to heaven. And in Bhakti Yoga, we do not have a concept of heaven. In Bhakti Yoga, we have a concept of reaching to the spiritual realms, which are much more in a higher dimensions than any worldly heaven. And in those reaching to there, we have a specific ways to channelize this spiritual energy in a way that you attain that spiritual realm before dying. The yoga system, how do we find out that whether you have reached to that spiritual realm or not? In the yoga system, you reach that spiritual realm by being alive. Not like after death, oh, he has gone to God. We don't really pursue that kind of idea. Oh, he has gone to heaven. We don't pursue that kind of idea. If he has got the heaven, he has got the heaven right now here by being alive, by following the Bhakti Yoga.
Jai Ho.
So this is the idea. This is the idea. If you have not got eternal Vrindavan now in this by being alive, you will not get it. You will never get it. The moment you will get it here, you will get it there. This as simple as that. So all the ideas of heaven and hell is a part of a one yoga system, but it is not a part of all the yoga systems. Is not a part of Bhakti Yoga in itself. So what happens is, when we are talking about spirituality, we have to understand that all the religions have their own ideas about the spirituality, or channelizing some kind of a spiritualism or spiritual energy in ourselves to reach to a specific place. But on a very same time, yoga system teaches you a way that no, there are so many higher dimensions.
Mhm.
Don't just stuck on one only, that at the end you will go to your soul can only go to hell or heaven. And then I was reading in some of the sub stream religions, means in the Catholic also there are some texts, or there are some subgroups and all, where like they talk about that it's not just one heaven, but also in that heaven there are different parts also, where you reach, where you go. Even in Islam also they speak the very same thing. It's not just you're going to Jannat, but in Jannat you go to there are different spots, or the different neighborhoods, or the places in heaven you actually go to. So it's very so what kind of a spiritual goal you have, and what do you really practice? So in yoga system, we have plenty of all the spiritual realms mentioned in our scriptures. They are mentioned that how they look like, what they are in nature, what do you really get. And when we do our any kind of a spiritual practices, we aim for that. We aim to reach to that specific spiritual realm. And this is very different than, I would say, to many religions also. In the many religions, the practices are very different also. Even like you are so bad, but you are surrendering every second day to God will forgive you. But in yoga system, it's strict in a way, and it says that I won't allow you to commit mistake every second day, and you commit a mistake and then you come and say I'm sorry, and then after 2 days you come back and you say again I'm sorry. It's like it won't work. You won't really progress in your spiritual life. What you are doing is fooling yourself.
Yes.
And you have to stop fooling to learn to get a better person. So it's very different in that way. Many religions just talk about that if you just do this prayer and then you will reach to heaven. In a very same way, heaven is very easy for any person in the yoga system. In a second you can actually reach to heaven if you are following the Bhakti Yoga. Yes. But to reach to the spiritual realm are very different. So every religion have very different spiritual goals. And they have one specific goal. Whereas in the Vedas or in Hinduism, we have several spiritual goals. And according to those several spiritual goals, we choose a specific yoga system to reach to that or to attain that spiritual goal. So, that is why we have a very different practices in a way, from different religions than here. They might come up and say that they look similar, but in the kitchen, every spices look similar. But what are you cooking is all about chef.
Yes. Good example.
Yeah.
So here we see that in the different yoga systems, they have different goals, and we can achieve the spiritual planets or the heavenly planets, or to go Vaikunthas, Golok Brindavan, etc. We can achieve all that. But you mentioned something very important that I want to bring it to the conversation, because you say that if we don't achieve our spiritual goal here, it is not happening after death. So we must to leave it here. If you don't have Brindavan happening in your life right here, right now, then you cannot expect that after your life, the Brindavan will come. It is just here, right? So what is the path to get to the maximum realm?
So there's we say that we have our a God who have created us is known as Brahma, and Brahma in second canto it says Tri Ranvikshya Manishaya, that Brahma have actually studied the Vedas 3 times, and afterward he came to the conclusion that if you really want to attain the highest realm, then that can only happen by practicing Bhakti Yoga and by practicing sacred love. So in our yoga system, the Bhakti Yoga is the highest form of yoga, which make you practice or which make you attain sacred love. And by attaining sacred love, you reaches the highest realm that is known as Golok Vrindavan.
Yes. Just to make it clear, when you say sacred love, we are not speaking about Kama Sutra.
Oh, no, not at all.
Speaking about Prem, yes? Divine love, yeah.
So what is different? So the easiest, I usually have spoken this, many times. There was this story of a man who liked one woman and was, he fell in love with her beauty, and he used to just go and praise every day. Oh, your hair looks very nice, very beautiful. Your pearl-like teeth looks very, like moon. So one day that woman actually took her, false teeth out from her mouth and took a wig off, and the moment he saw a woman without any teeth and hair, his love was gone. So the story is that there are 6 characteristics of love which are mentioned in Bhakti Yoga scriptures. And one is that it is not dependent on qualities. But so whatever love we do in this world, we don't love people, we love the qualities on those people. With whosoever we are meeting, with whosoever we love them because of their qualities, that they have those certain qualities which pleases us.
Yeah.
Oh, you are speaking nice to me, I love you. You have a specific qualities, I love you. You have a beauty, I love you. The moment those things vanishes, the beauty, that love fades. Why? Because you were not loving the person, but you were loving the specific quality of that person. So when we are talking about love, we are talking that love, sacred love, which we get without using the idea that, oh, I love God because he would give me this and that. There is no qualities connected with our love. Because we always say that the love is unconditional, right? But what is unconditional love? It means that there are no conditions. That if you do these things specifically, then only I will love you. And this is how we love in this world. So obviously, this world is not a Kama Sutra. This love is not a Kama Sutra love. It is a love which we are talking about, a sacred love, which is 100% unconditional.
Yeah.
Not connected or dependent on any conditions.
Yes. Long ago, I was speaking about this, and they came a funny way of putting together this same idea. I say, Everybody say that Jesus came and give love to everybody, to the poor, to the rich, everyone. I say, but how was the love of Jesus? Does Jesus was having intimate relation with everybody in the world? No, his love is about pure love. This is divine love. Is to love everybody as a soul, as a son of God. But it's not about relationships, because that make it very easy to have a relation or to love somebody who you get some pleasure out of it, But to love everybody without distinction, this is different. This is divine love, as Bhagavad Gita speak about this vision that is the Brahmana, the real qualified spiritual seekers, see everybody as a spiritual soul. They don't make these distinctions between. So, and talking about this spiritual love, this is the root of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. It's all about love, 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 love. We see this word prema everywhere in our philosophy. I would like to ask, how is the different and what includes, what is in the path of your Parivar, for example? What you see that is special that maybe is not present in other parivars, or maybe yes, but what you see and what we can learn, like directly, like from your parivar, especially for the ones who are looking for achieve the goal of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. I would like to ask.
See, we, as far as I remember, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says the best of the best branch in Gaudiya Parivar is Radharaman Gopal Bhatt Parivar. And I was thinking about it, that why is it, the best of the best Parivar? So it is my own conclusion. It can be very different than what other people think. First, we have to come up with the understanding that who are the founder acharyas of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. They are the 6 Goswamis. The 6 Goswamis have written the philosophies in their scriptures. There is an unsaid truth of every sampradaya, that who gives the philosophy is the eternal associates of Krishna or Krishna himself. Ramanujacharya, Ananta Shesha, Madhvacharya, Brahma, there is a Rudra is there, Lakshmi is there, Radha Krishna came as Mahaprabhu, 6 Goswamis came as as a 6 Manjaris, Haridas Swami in Banke Bihari Sampradaya came, he was Lalita Sakhi. So all these acharyas, they were the eternal associates. So who is, the very first thing is, and this is what everyone have to understand, that who writes the philosophy and which philosophy should we accept? So the answer is that philosophy which comes from the eternal associates. So 6 Goswamis came and they gave us the founding philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. What do we really see in Gopal Bhatt Parivar is we do not shake ourselves from those 6 Goswamis' philosophies. Whatever is written in the scripture, this is what we follow. Even if we are not following, that could be my personal, spiritual harm, or I am wrong, but the scripture is always right. And what happens is in some of the parivars, not all the parivars, I would say, because all the parivars also have the same idea, that they follow the specific, what the 6 Goswamis have spoken. But let's say in some parivars, there are people who come up and they say, oh, my Gurudev says this. Oh, 100 years ago, my Guru, this Acharya was appeared and he gave us this different idea. So what does it mean? What does it mean? That Acharya could be like, highly elevated. I'm not talking about that, There are many examples in different parivars and all. But the question comes, what do we follow? Should we follow our forefathers or should we follow sons? And how to understand this? Let me just give you one simple example. The simple example can go with, let's say a father says that by doing 32 rounds, you will reach to eternal Vrindavan. Let's say now in 500 years, 500 different Siddha Mahatma, there is a two types of Siddhas, Nitya Siddha and Sadhan Siddha. Nitya Siddha means eternal associate, which we have talked about. They give the philosophy. Then there are Sadhan Siddhas. Sadhan Siddhas are one who have done some practices, and by doing their practices, they have reached to perfection, to a certain goal or certain degree of love or certain degree of, bhakti in themselves. And they come up and they preach according to what they understand on that time is right and wrong. So, as I was just giving an example that, our father comes and says, if you chant 32 rounds, you would reach eternal Vrindavan. But in 500 years, 500 different Siddha, Sadhan Siddha Acharyas come, and they come up with their different understanding and say, oh, no. If you chant only 2 rounds, but do little bit of Leela Smaran, then you will reach Golok Vrindavan. Oh, no. If you will actually do Parikrama while actually chanting, you would reach to eternal Vrindavan. Oh, no. Listen to me only because I'm right. If you just sit down and chant 10 rounds every day, you will reach to eternal Vrindavan. Oh no, please understand. Don't even chant so much. Chant in your mind all the time. But just focus on Krishna's beauty. You will reach to eternal Vrindavan. Now, there are 500 Siddha, Sadhan Siddha Acharyas come up with the 500 different ideas. Now, who do you need to follow in a practical way?
It's a question.
That's the 100% question. And this is what is the issue in every sampradaya, all those devotees who are confused what to follow and what to practice.
Absolutely.
On that time, you only have to follow what the founding acharyas of that sampradaya have spoken. If you start to follow all the different other acharyas, then what is the importance of that founding acharyas? And this is and if 500 sadhan siddha acharyas come up with the 500 different sets of rules, I've seen so many different rules. Every day I see so many different kind of rules coming up. Now tell me, if the 500 different kind of rules come up, then are they apasampradaya or sampradaya? Because sampradaya only have one rule: chant 32 rounds and you will reach to eternal Vrindavan.
Yes.
If you come up all the different rules, it becomes apasampradaya.
Yes.
And we should not follow any apasampradaya. We should always respect what our acharyas have spoken. Now the question comes, according to time, place and circumstances, my Guruji have given me a different set of rule. This is the bogus idea of Bhakti Yoga.
Yes.
Even 5 years old Dhruv Maharaj was going all alone. A small boy, 5-year-old. If you don't understand that, how does 5-year-old boy looks like? Just go and find any school or in your neighborhood that how does 5-year-old boy looks like. Narad Dev went to him and gave him the exact Bhakti Yoga. He did not say, because you are 5-year-old, I'll give you something different.
Mm-hmm.
He did not give, Narad Dev went to Asur Lok and gave teachings and whatever to even Prahlad Maharaj. He did not say, because you live in different place in Asur Loka, I will give you a different Bhakti Yoga.
Yes.
Bhakti Yoga is eternal. When our acharyas are saying that always study Srimad Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is eternal. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Eternal do not need your relative truth or relative time, place and circumstances idea.
Mm-hmm.
Bhagavatam is eternal. Whether you are 60 years old, you are 2 years old, or you are 100 years old. You are a man or a woman or whichever varna you are from, doesn't matter. Bhakti Yoga is same. Time, place and circumstances doesn't change that. So the only thing which I always find, we always respect all our acharyas or the previous acharyas also of our sampradaya as well as all the different other sampradayas. But we only follow what 6 Goswamis have spoken. The place place where truth is established, you go and associate with that.